I'm Hannah Nordman, and this is Hot Roster Now. Let's cap off our work week with a little bit of baseball. All these matchups can be found tonight on HotRoster.com. Let's kick things off with Matt Carpenter up against Corey Seager. Carpenter did something yesterday that the Cardinals hadn't done in quite some time. His walk-off grand slam at the top of a doubleheader was the first in extra innings for the Cards since April 1987. He's reached base safely in 15 consecutive games with a 400 OBP in that time. Meanwhile, Seager is having quite the sophomore season. After his Rookie of the Year nod, he's followed things up with 27 hits, 5 home runs, and 17 RBIs through 23 games. His latest long bomb came yesterday against the Giants on his 23rd birthday. This is the part where you stare off into the distance and feel old for a minute. With just one strikeout in his last 8 games, I'm leaning towards Seager in this one. Next up, it's Ian Kinsler versus AJ Pollock as a half-point dog. Kinsler knows how to get his lineup going. In the past 10 years, he's got 41 leadoff home runs. No other player has more than 29 in that span. Besides the boost he can get right off the hop, he's got 8 RBIs and 14 walks, an impressive number for a guy who hasn't earned more than 45 in the past 3 seasons. AJ Pollock may have started things slow, but they've picked up in a hurry. He's recorded 7 multi-hit games in his past 10 outings, added 6 stolen bases, and raised his average from 196 to 316 in that span. He's up against lefty Kyle Freeman tonight, and Southpaws were kind to him with a 326 average against lefties in 2015, his last healthy season. Pollock's got the hot hand, so I'm taking him in this matchup. Over to some individual totals now. Milwaukee may have bid farewell to the Bucks season last night, but they have something to cheer for in the Brewers team. They've been strong out of the gate and sit just 1 game back of the Cubs for top spot in the NL Central. Eric Thames has been the engine of this team so far, but Travis Shaw's been doing his share in the cleanup role. He's got 10 RBIs in his last 8 games and 18 on the season, placing him tied for 11th in the NL. He's also got 5 homers on the year, and man, do they have some power behind them. He holds the longest and hardest hit bomb of the season with a 465-foot rocket courtesy of Carlos Martinez. The Brewers are the best first-inning team in the league. I think Shaw gets on the board early and stays above that 4.5-point mark. And my card finishes with Jacoby Ellsbury with greater or less than 5 fantasy points. He's had a solid start to his campaign, earning a career-high on-base streak at 24 games. The streak was finally ended Wednesday against his former team, the Boston Red Sox, but though the hits have been there hasn't been much else by way of offense. Only 4 of those were for extra bases, and he has just 4 RBIs on the season. He has the ability to get you points in other categories with 6 stolen bases on the season, and his strikeouts are at a minimum with just 12. For those reasons, I think he goes over the 5-point plateau. That's it for me. Remember to check Hot Roster for their cards available tonight. And for those of you who don't know what Hot Roster is, check it out. Go to HotRoster.com, download the app, give it a try. It's like no other fantasy game you've ever played. And then for help winning the game, check out Hot Roster today with Cam Stewart and Gary and Thorne every weekday at 4:30 Eastern on the Fantasy Sports Network and 6:30 Eastern on Game TV. For Hot Roster Now, I'm Hannah Nordman.